It's happening, my lovely, wonderful people. Omoyele Sowore gives his own verdict on what is making round now, the leaked audio conversation between the presidential candidate of the Labour Party and the founder and bishop of Winners Chapel. What has gone on is right before the election, apparently Peter Obi visited the bishop, but it feels like the conversation that was intercepted by some people has been duct tape. And Omoyele Sowore is giving his own verdict based on, some of the conversation that has been on ground and what he thinks this whole thing is all about. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Thank you. Leaked Oyedepo Peter Obi's audio. I warned against weaponizing religion for political purpose ahead of 2023 polls, Omoyele Sowore reveals. Sowore has warned that the Sowore has warned that the candidates the Christian community has chosen over presidential candidate might not win the presidential election as God cannot be divided. The presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, AAC, Omoyele Sowore, has recalled how he declared that efforts being made of weaponizing religion for political purpose in Nigeria ahead of 2023 presidential election will not stand. Omoyele Sowore gave the warning when he featured in an apostolic roundtable, a Christian program in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, in the build-up to the 2023 presidential election. Sowore had warned that the candidates the Christian community has chosen over political candidates might not win the presidential election as God cannot be divided. Sharing the video of the program on his Twitter handle, the conveyor of the revolution now wrote, "Weaponizing religion for political purpose cannot stand in Nigeria." He stressed that I was invited to an apostolic roundtable in Lagos before the election, and I spoke clearly about the religious war being waged to present the and presented to the Christian community with an anointed candidate. In the video shared by the AAC presidential candidate on Sunday, he stated, "I am saying this to warn Christendom that the king you have upon chosen over us may not be the one that God has chosen, and you should temper your arrogancy. If you believe in God, let God choose and let his king reign over us. You chose a man and the man did not win." I've told you before that Nigerians must understand that you choosing a man does not determine whether that man will become God's choice for the country. So everybody must understand that for the fact that you are Christians and you have chosen somebody does not make that person God's choice. They have chosen some worse characters, as the Muslim leaders have also chosen their own. So Nigerians must understand that we must not allow them to put us in a battlefield. The issue here is that we are choosing one over the other, and it does not work that way. So this is what is happening, my lovely, lovely, wonderful people. You can see that Omoyele Sowore, in his own submission, he feels very strongly that the Christian community have not made the right choice. And if you ask him, he said, the position of going with a particular anointed candidate may not have been, what God wanted, according to Omoyele Sowore. And he said this is why, there is struggling and what have you going round. That Nigerians needs to understand that if things are to change and they are to get better and things are to, improve, they should not follow an anointed candidate, but rather every single person, should look beyond one man being the anointed candidate, and every single individual must understand that if we are going to move forward, we must leave religion behind. The truth of the matter is, you are talking about leaving religion behind. There is no religion being left behind that makes the country go forward. Is you saying, for instance, leave God out of it? Even our politics, You know, that's why everybody have what we call freedom to choose the candidate of their choice. However, they have to consider it prayerfully. You cannot say just use your mind to choose. No. You know why? We only know today. We don't know tomorrow. God knows the person we want to choose. Whether you like it or not, you may not believe in that school of thought. And I'm not asking you to believe in it. So nobody, including Christian leaders or anybody, should tell you who to vote for. You should do a thorough evaluation by yourself with yourself. How did we get here? We got here because the elections are over. Peter Obi has filed in the presidential tribunal that he's dissatisfied with the process that produced Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Tinubu has put his team of lawyers together, but the petition that Peter Obi has put forth look like a too high load. They cannot cross through it. What do I mean by that? Peter Obi also petitioned the US with regards to Tinubu's character. A man who has once, according to them, in 1993, committed crime as hilarious as, carrying of coke. Such an individual, there are questions regarding such an individual becoming a president. So that is the point Peter Obi is playing on. And APC has looked right, left, right, and center, and probably, they can see that with this point Peter Obi has picked and has chosen with which to go by. If they continue in this regard, they may not be able to successfully, give an answer for it. And so they've resorted to, get Peter Obi out by hook or by crook so that he may not be able to truly express or fight case. So the new thing going on now is that they are reviewing all his conversation. you know. If you know Pantami, he's supposed to be the Minister of Digital Economy and what have you. And so all you need to do is a simple thing. Yahoo boys, they do every day just to tape that very person's conversation. Yes, it's just to go ahead and just that phone number and begin to, check in the last, just check through the tower from which he has been getting his signals and what have you, and just, play around with things, and the result will jump out at you. You will just get your answer before your very eyes. Here is the answer looking at you now.